Oh my god. I was muted. Jesus. Can you guys hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. That's so dumb. I literally made a whole okay, whatever. That's embarrassing. That's the first time that's ever happened, honestly. That's the first time that that's ever happened since I started doing this whole thing. I've never just like hit live or hit record and it just be muted. So I guess there's a first for everything, right? I appreciate that, Skrilla. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for being here with me. You should be able to hear me now. I hope. Uh, I hope. Uh, but it says that there's audio now running in the bars, so you guys should be able to hear me. But anyways, thank you guys again for coming by, tuning in. We have less than an hour before kickoff. Here, Inter Miami versus Charlotte FC away from home, and another road game, our second out of three in a row, and our first game in July. So a lot of things to talk about today. Normally, I would do obviously the previews a day before the game, 2 days before the game, mostly a day before the game, right? But obviously there's a lot going on. I had lots of work, so I couldn't really go live essentially. But I'm like, you know what? Today I finished work about like 4 or 5 o'clock, I think. So I was able to settle, prepare the live stream for you guys. We'll talk about Inter Miami, and we'll kind of pick up from there. The lineup I've been checking before the stream. I've been actively checking and looking to see if they released the starting 11 yet. So far, they haven't. They have now. 1 minute ago, nuestro titular. Okay, perfect. So let's talk about that. Let's open that really quickly. Let's pull that up. Uh, and we'll get started. We have Drake Calendar is the background. He's the graphic for today. Let's open him up and let's show you guys. Let me put this in full screen for you and transition. Perfect. So, here, let me take close these out. But yes, Los Once for today. Let me move my face to the other side. Hold on. Uh, Let me move my face on this side. Los Once, we have Drake Calendar, who is going to be in goal, obviously. Sergio Busquets. Aviles is making a return into the starting 11. Campana. Taylor also makes a return to the starting 11. Jordi Alba keeps his spot. Diego Gomez is keeping his spot in the starting lineup. Gressel is still there. Kritsov, Kremachi, and Chelo Engant makes his way back into the team. Negri on the bench, Allen on the bench, Dos Santos on the bench, Sailor, Frey on the bench, Bright also on the bench, Ruiz, Borgelin, and Afonso. Okay. No Redondo on the bench. No Redondo on the bench. And obviously Redondo didn't start. I mean, it's a midweek game. We do have a game on Saturday as well. And I knew there was going to be some sort of rotation, but I was really hoping for them to play a similar team. I think they would probably wait until they have like a full starting team when they played against Cincinnati on Saturday. So that's probably what they're doing. But this is the starting 11 for tonight's match. And we take a look at this, right? We have Jordi Alba, Kritsov, Aviles, and Chelo as the back four. Then we have in the midfield, we're gonna have Gomez, Gressel, and Cremachi. So those are the three midfielders, and then we're gonna have Taylor, Campana, and oh wait, I'm an idiot. Did I say Gressel was a midfielder? No, I meant Busi. Busi, Cremachi, and Gomez in the midfield with Campana, Taylor, and Gressel as the front three. Not bad at all for a quote unquote rotated side. I think this is going to be this is a pretty solid lineup against this Charlotte team. Outlaw, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you guys for being here. Sorry about the beginning for having my mic muted, but anyways, yeah. So what do you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about the starting lineup? How you guys feeling? No Redondo on the bench. Ruiz on the bench. Bright is still. Reese is still on the bench. I mean, better off, right? Bright is on the bench today. Who else is on the bench? Ian Frey is on the bench today, and Chelo Wangant makes his return to the starting 11. So I mean, it's better. I think it's better off to rest Frey. It's better off to rest somebody like Redondo. It's better off to rest those players. Gomez does keep his spot though. They don't even put like Ruiz or anything like that. So they're trusting in Gomez will be hopefully will be fit by the time Saturday comes around because I think this Saturday's game is going to be more important than today's game. But I mean, yeah, pretty good starting lineup says Fred for a midweek game. Not sure about Aviles, dude. I've been the biggest Aviles hater. Like, is it just me? Is it just me that's been the biggest Aviles hater recently? I feel like it's just been me. I haven't been liking Aviles in that center back role for a lot of reasons, right? He's very inconsistent. He really exposes that back line, especially him paired with Kritsov. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know about that partnership. I really, really don't know about that partnership. So it's gonna be interesting to see this two center back pairing again being played again. Um, Especially because of all of the bad memories that we have in terms of just getting exposed in the back. And he is so he's and like he gets so many card he gets carded. Obviously, he got a red card last time, right? And then as soon as Frey was able to come back, we put Busi in the center back role, and we put who was the other guy that was I mean, we would play Sailor off the bench. Like we just played really well without Aviles in that center back spot. So I mean, seeing him back is good, I guess, for rotation, but I don't know. Hopefully he can keep those performances up. Redondo is okay not working. After the last debacle, Redondo will decide himself when to play. Avila's getting way too many cards. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Redondo decides when he wants to play. Dude, like the manager decides when he wants to play. The manager should be deciding when he wants to play, right? That should be like, yo, you can play, you can't. I mean, I think it's better off because last time, remember when Redondo came back from injury and what was it like a couple weeks ago, a month ago, and he played a game off the bench and then he played a full 90 and then he pulled like his hamstring or something. So this is exactly what Tata is trying to avoid. He learned his mistake from last time, and I think Redondo learned his mistake from last time too, because I'm sure he wanted to play, right? But he pushed himself a little too far, and it created another injury, and he was out for a couple more weeks. So it's better off that he gets the rest now. He's not involved in the team. He probably didn't travel, so it's better off that we have him on Saturday against Cincinnati because we're gonna have to hit the road again for our last home game or last away game in this away game stretch. Maybe Redondo not playing because of the turf. I mean, like, dude, if people didn't want to play because of the turf, nobody would be playing, bro. I'm telling you right now. If these prefer, bro, it's really like it's really concerning. I mean, like, I understand like these teams, like MLS teams, play on turf fields because of its NFL fields and whatnot. But I hate playing on turf. Like, it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous, especially at the intensity level. Like the intensity at the professional level that just makes it so dangerous. But I mean, yeah, it definitely risks injury. But Gomez is making the start again. He's going to be starting once again after he started last time out. So it can't be because of turf. Because if Gomez is starting, I don't know. I don't know unless like Gomez is just that guy and he just recovers like Superman. Should be. That's my point. Redondo demanded it. Yeah, I think Redondo being arrested is part turf, but also because of his recent injury. Uh, Cincinnati. Why is there like a heart emoji next to your name? Plus Cincinnati game. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's better off. I'd much rather have Redondo be rested. I mean, it's better that he made a decision, Tata made that decision, whoever did, probably everybody. The fact that they came together and agreed to not play him and wait and rest him for the Saturday's game is definitely a positive. Definitely a positive. Um, but yeah, no, this is supposed to be. So if you guys know here, we'll switch over to what exactly we're dealing with here, right? So we're playing we have three away games in a row. We just played one against Nashville. We won 2-1. Great result against a pretty shaky Nashville side. Now we have Charlotte, and then we have Cincinnati, and then we return back to home, and then we have the League's Cup. Crazy schedule. And look at our fixtures, dude. We have not like we've only lost one game. We've only lost one game since April, since like mid-April, and that's like right after the CONCACAF Champions Cup. That's what all these losses are for, and then some like two from the MLS. So we've been on a crazy, crazy run results wise. And it's awesome to see. It's great to see the club and the players um get these results because this is what we wanted. This is essentially what we wanted. This is essentially what was expected from the beginning of the season, especially with all these superstars coming in. So the fact that we're actually I feel like when you step back and look at the bigger picture and see that we're like, hey, like we have 13 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses. We're top of the table, top of the supporter shield. We're chilling. Like we're doing really, really good. We can't get obviously we can't get too comfortable, but we've been on such a great, great run, and I think the players deserve a lot of credit. Our head-to-head against Charlotte, we've only played games against them. But the last time we played Charlotte, we lost 1-0, and that was at their home. So this is gonna be a little bit of a revenge match, a little revenge game, and we're gonna hope for a win. I think they currently sit in like sixth place. Yeah, they currently sit in sixth place, 9-5-7. Not the best, not the worst, right? They're doing pretty okay. They just lost. They just dropped points to Houston Dynamo, who I think they've been doing all right in the Western Conference. It's not gonna show. It doesn't matter. But anyways, but yeah, that was the end to like their like undefeated streak. I think it was like what so far, at least a minimum of 4 game undefeated streak. So that's really, really good. And they have Adiyemang. I think that's how you say it, right? He's like one of their top goal scorers, if not the top goal scorer for the club. So it's not gonna be an easy game. It's really, really not gonna be an easy game. This is probably gonna be a more difficult game than the Nashville game. I think Nashville played so bad, and I think Charlotte might do a little bit better. It's going to be a little more challenging for us. Um, but yeah, you ranked 27 in goals scored per match, 1.1. I have kept the most clean sheets in the competition with 9 unbeaten in 6 home games. Interesting. Okay. We haven't kept we haven't kept the clean sheet in the last 6 matches. Ranked 2 away from home this season. Yeah, dude. We are road warriors. We got to talk about that a little bit, guys. We are so good. We have been so good away from home. It's actually insane. Like we are second best in terms of record away from home. That kind of sucks, right? Because you would want us to be really good at home, which we are, but like it's very very difficult for anybody, for any team, any club in any league to be successful away from home. It's always more difficult to play away from home, especially in these MLS fields and in this MLS kind of environment where you're traveling very, very long distances, long hours. The traveling is no joke in the United States, right? So with the traveling, with the conditions of the field, with the turf and everything like that, and it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So the fact that we've been kind of overcoming all of that and overcoming all the, I guess, the criticism or the hate of saying that, oh, Messi can't win or Inter Miami can't win without Messi, they can't win without Suarez and things like that. We've been proving everybody absolutely wrong, and I'm just so proud. And I just had to say that. Charlotte games are always low scoring either way. Yeah, but, I mean, so is it me or is Charlotte like just a very defensive like type of team because they have barely scored any goals and they barely concede. Like they've only scored 23 goals out of 21 games this season. They've only conceded 21. So I don't know what kind of I'm not an expert at Charlotte ball, but it just seems like they play very very conservative. They don't take any risks and it might be if they really trap us and really like hold us down, then we might struggle scoring. But I think with our scoring record, with our goal scoring record, and our honestly our attacking mentality, I think we should be able to get a couple of goals past them. I think we should be able to score 2 or 3. I'm not gonna lie, especially like because if they're just gonna be sitting back, I think we should be able to run right through them. I think we're going to be able to get through them pretty easily if they're not a threat up top. Like their top goal scorer has 5 goals. If he's not a threat up top, then we're going to be chilling. We're going to be absolutely chilling. We're going to be fine. Like, am I wrong here? Does anybody disagree? Like, what do you guys think? Um, Skrilla says I got Miami 2-1. I'm gonna stick with the result. It's safe. Okay. Sticking with the all reliable 2-1 prediction from Skrilla. Charlotte attack not good. They don't really got a nine. That's what I'm saying. Their number nine is Adeyemang. Or however you say his name is the essentially their striker. He has 5 goals this season, their top goal scorer, and it doesn't seem, statistically speaking, he doesn't seem like a threat. So we should be fine, especially with Aviles and with Kritsov. Kritsov being a brick wall at the back, right? Him being our anchor. I think we should be fine. Unless we pull the same BS that we've always had and play that very suicidal high line. Excuse me. And then like they just hit us on counters all night long. If that's the case, then it could be a different story. But I don't see us doing that. I mean, unless Aviles hasn't been watching Inter Miami games for like the past 2 weeks or however long it's been. But if Aviles hasn't like kept up like with the memo, like if he hasn't gotten the memo and he hasn't been keeping up with the times, we don't play that suicidal high line, dude. Like that's done. That's over. It's in the past. We play better football. We play better soccer. Fred says Charlotte seem to excel when it comes to narrow margins, so they always get gritty. Really? Okay. Hmm. Huh. So how? So how do you guys think that? How do you like? What do you guys think is Inter Miami's best way to get a result out of today? Because like if you were to ask me, like I think we're gonna win like 3-1, 100%. We're probably not gonna clean. I wouldn't even be surprised if we kept a clean sheet. Can I is that like too crazy? Like, and I say that because they can't score. Like they don't score goals. Like Charlotte has only scored, like I said, 23 goals in 21 games. Unless we're just that team that plays so attacking that we leave nobody in the back and then we give them a counter and then they end up scoring. That could be possible. We really suck when it comes to conceding. We're always conceding goals. I think we're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know. I mean, like, is it crazy thinking like we could keep a clean sheet here? I will go with the 1-0 win, goal in the last 20 by either Taylor, emotional pick, or Campana with the header. Are we still trusting in Campana? Can we? I need to ask you guys this. Are we still trusting in Campana? I know that last game I talked about it in the review. He had a little bit of a slow game. Um, he was a little turned off. Um, do you guys like Campana? Do you think he's reliable up top, or do you think we are really missing Suarez? Because Campana was our guy, dude. Campana was our guy. Taylor is also honestly a great pick, and I think him being benched last game was a really good move. Because of I think because his form has been a little bit up and down, like it's been a little shaky. And I think we talked about this in the chat, and I forget who's mentioned it, but it has been a little inconsistent. And I think a game on the bench really helped him. And I think he's going to come back really strong now. I honestly think he's going to come back hard and he's going to play really well. So honestly, I think I'm predicting a Taylor goal. I'm predicting, okay, it's not going to be a 1-0 win. We're going to win. We're going to score 3 goals today. Taylor's going to score. I think Taylor's going to score. I think, I think, I think Gomez is going to score. Okay. I think Gomez is going to score. And then I think, mm, hmm, do I want to predict that Campana scores? I think Gressel is going to get an assist. Gressel's going to get 1 assist at least. So I have Taylor scoring, I have Gomez scoring, and I have Taylor getting at least 1 assist tonight. And we're going to score 3. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know if we're going to concede. Like, we'll probably concede maybe 1 because, like I said, we suck defensively. But, hey, I see us scoring, guys. I see us scoring a lot of goals tonight. I see us scoring a lot of goals. We currently have almost 30 minutes until kickoff. It's 6:53 p.m. Eastern time. Um, I want to I want to talk about maybe one or two more things, and then we'll wrap it up for the preview, right? Because we've already talked about how Charlotte is, right? Offensively, defensively, statistically, it's not threatening. Fred mentioned that they excel when it comes to narrow margins, and we talked about how we have been doing in very recent times. So let's talk a little bit about something that I'm gonna show you before I tell you. Hold on. I want to see if I could find it because I thought I had this pulled up. Um, I want to. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Here, look. Let me open up Twitter. Let me show you guys what's going on. Let's see what the people are talking about on Twitter. Okay. So we have the Heron's Head podcast. They're saying, "What do you guys think? Is the win streak staying alive? 100% the win streak is staying alive tonight. There is no way. We're gonna be scoring. We're gonna be scoring three. I'm telling you that right now. Any Redondo same throw process? Yeah, we already talked about Redondo. So we keep going. There's some lineup sheets. Yannick Bright coming off the midfield is a pretty big change, but there's a ton of quality midfielders, I'm assuming you wanted to say, and Charlotte isn't a super dangerous team going the other way. I expect him to be there on Saturday versus Cincy, 100%. And I think even off the bench, Yannick Bright is going to do good things. I mean, if he does come off the bench, I'm feeling of Ruiz, kind of like a Ruiz substitution, just so we can rest players for Saturday. Warm welcome from our Special Olympics unified. Oh, this has nothing to do with the game, but it's very sweet that they had their Special Olympics team come out and like say hi to the players. Anyways, oh guys, if you want to go to these games, if you're a Chase holder, if you have a Chase credit card, a Chase debit card, you can get preferred seating. Like that's freaking sick. I have a Chase credit card. I have Chase. And so this is really cool. Like this is really good. So I really like that. But anyways, oh, they had a watch party today. Damn. Oh, it's all the way in Miami. Okay, whatever. Anyways, yeah, if I type in inner Miami, what are the people talking about right now? What are the people talking about? What is this? MLS R side. Do you think that Jordi Alba, Messi, Busi, and Suarez are going to be called up for the MLS All-Star team? Do you think they're going to want to play in that? Because it's like, can you even risk that? Who would they play? They would play like the Mexican All-Stars? Like is that how that works? I don't ever watch the All-Star games. They were? Seriously? Jesus, dude. Oh my god. Bro, they're trying to injure our players. They're really trying to injure our players. Bro, what the hell is this? $1,200 for a seat? Yeah, no, you're crazy. For a chase. Oh, this is the chase call. Oh, never mind. Scratch that. Scratch that. I am paying $1,200. $1,200. Can they say no to the All-Star game? I feel like they should. I feel like Messi. Probably not, right? I think they probably have like too much money on that shit to for them to say no. Anyways, I guess this isn't like nah, this is last year. All right, yeah, I guess there's nothing else to really talk about then. Like, do you guys care? Do you guys care if Messi, Suarez, Jordi, and Busi all go play for the All-Star team? Like, do you think that's super risky? Like in terms of because when do they play that? When do they play the All-Star game? MLS All-Star game. They play that July 24th. July 24th. That's like in what, 2 weeks from now? One, two, three, and exactly 3 weeks from now. That's right before, that's 3 days before the Leagues Cup opener against Puebla, and we have to travel to Mexico for that. That's kinda crazy. Hmm. Right, they can't afford a decline. Yeah, no, you're right. It's freaking crazy, dude. Because it's literally 3 days before it's 3 days before the Leagues Cup opening game versus Puebla. So it's like, because if you play Messi, Busi, Suarez, Alba, are they gonna be fit and ready to play against Puebla 3 days later to try and travel to Mexico? I mean, they should be, right? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, no. Um, okay, before we wrap things up, I just want to say thank you guys again for coming by. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Really, the starting 11. We just talked about the starting 11, what to expect from Charlotte, how we've been performing overall this in these last couple games. This is the game 2 of our 3 of the away streak that we have, the away game run that we have. So it's going to be, we're doing pretty good, and hopefully we can keep the streak alive tonight. All four, oh no, I already read that. Columbus has 5 players picked. Ooh, damn. Columbus has 5 players for the All Star team? Huh. Columbus are going to really be annoyed about that. Well, I don't understand that though. Why do they play an All Star game right in the middle of the season? That doesn't make any sense. Like, just for the pure fun of an all-star game, like, why is that in the middle of the season? Like, why can't that be at the end of the season? Because that's really gonna mess up a lot. Like, that's gonna mess up players, that's gonna mess up teams, like, fatigue-wise and all that sort of thing, like, especially, like, if you're Columbus and you're losing 5 players and then 3 days later you have to travel to play in the Leagues Cup against a Mexican team at Mexico or wherever it is. Like, that's gonna really mess up your players, and for us too, losing our best 4 players to an MLS All-Star game in the middle of the season, 3 days before we travel to Mexico to play Puebla, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's very, like, it's obviously they do it for, like, money and stuff, right? Like, for people to buy tickets and for TV broadcasting, excuse me, and TV broadcasting and whatever, shirt sales, I guess, whatever. Whatever the case may be, however they make their money. But, like, I think it's absolutely stupid. Like, having to do that right in the middle of a season and not towards the end or after the season and post game and in the postseason. I don't think Messi and Suarez are going to the All-Stars. I think the All-Star game was made specifically to be a Leagues Cup marketing boost. Really? A marketing boost for the League Cup? But didn't the Leagues Cup do pretty well last season because of Messi joining at that same time? Hmm. I mean, I guess they would use that opportunity to, like you said, I guess market or advertise the Leagues Cup to people because they probably don't know what that is. Hmm. I would assume like it would already be known because Messi joined last year at not at the start of the Leagues Cup, but I think like, oh, was it the start of the Leagues Cup? I think it was at the start of the Leagues Cup. It was like July something. It was almost exactly a year ago. I think it was like July 21st. He played his first game. It is in the Leagues Cup. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I think that's really, really unfortunate. I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna use unfortunate as a word. It's gonna be really, really annoying. It's gonna be it is unfortunate, because we're gonna have to risk players for this game. Hopefully, they're probably not gonna take it seriously at all. I really hope not. At least, I mean, like for the sake of not risking injuries. Messi, who's I mean, they're probably gonna still play, right? But like they're not gonna go making crazy tackles or try to do whatever. But I mean, it is against the Mexican team, right? It's against the Mexican All Stars. So honestly, it could get a little it could get a little over the top. So honestly, it's probably a good marketing. It's a good marketing, I guess, tactic. So I guess Fred's on point tonight. Honestly, Fred Spot's been on point tonight. But anyways, guys, do you guys have any? We have any last thoughts before we end the stream here? Bro, kickoff is in about 25 minutes. So I personally think we've wrapped up everything we had to talk about. I mean, we talked about Leagues Cup, we talked about this freaking All Star game that I think is pretty dumb, but I mean, they've always done it, right? I'm not an idiot. I know they've done this every year. It's just really annoying and unfortunate that the timing of everything. It just could be a lot better, and I really don't like seeing Messi play like these unnecessary games just for the sake of it. So, it's annoying, but but yeah. All right. So no, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for being. It was a pretty long one actually. It was 35 minutes long, I think. So no, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Heron Saber podcast. A little bit of a this I had this episode wasn't really planned. Essentially, you guys always know I always have like an itinerary, a timeline of things that I want to talk about, but it's been very hectic with the Heroes, the Copa America, with work, and I appreciate you guys for coming by and just talking regardless and having and being involved in a more casual in a more casual stream. I'll still be live after the game with my post game reaction. That'll be probably a little better, right? More things to talk about, more organized and things like that. So I appreciate everybody for stopping by again. Thank you to Fred. Thank you for Skrilla. Thank you to Outlaw for coming by. Hernan. And yeah, look, everybody that's always coming by and supporting and sharing your opinions and takes. So yeah, I'll see you guys after the game. Make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, vamos Miami, bro. Vamos Miami.